Alright, y'all's ever see some stuff like this before? This is a choker bell or mainline slide, whatever you want to call it. There's many names, but one use. I ripped this one apart, a couple days ago now. Got around a big white oak. And a trick that guys will use, I've used it, I was taught. Let's see if I find a choker. When you get around, all my chokers I buy are 8 foot. The place that supplies them, hold on, doesn't have any 10 footers. These are it right here. Like this. That unhooks there like that. Should have did this video in the woods. Too wet. But you stuff one end of this underneath your log. And this end here would be hooked to your main line. Actually, it would go in, it goes in there. I'm not going to do it. I'm holding the camera with one hand, but anybody has these know what I'm talking about. And then this, you slide this under the log and then you hook it into this here. And when you lift them, you pull on them with the main line, it chokes down on it. Well, they work great until you get into a log that's bigger around than the sling. And I don't have any 10s. So a trick that a lot of guys will use is they'll take one choker off of one of their main line slides and then basically use their main line to make up the difference. So they'll hook, one here, and then you have another one up above. You can hook here, you can choke a big log. When you're not cutting a lot of big timber and you don't have long chokers, that's the trick that a lot of people use. You might have 1 or 2 big trees on 100 acres. You have to do that, and that's still do to get away. Well, I was doing that with a white oak, dropped it down over this high wall, and was trying to pull it up so I could cut the top out of it safely. I got part of it out. And I put some heat on it, and you could tell, your drum starts pinging and singing and clanging and banging, and all of a sudden, pow, stuff went flying everywhere. I couldn't figure out what I figured I broke my main line. No big deal. Walked over, and main line's all fine. I'm missing a bell. Down over the hill, lay my choker, balled up in a briar bush with this hanging on it. I could not believe I pulled my main line through there. I broke that. I'm not holding the camera very well. But I broke that some gum. Any visions of farting when I'm just tossing it. I might mess with it and see if I can paint it down. I'll weld it back together just for something to do while it's ain't nothing doing. There's a couple different styles of these. They're hard to come by anymore. They're hard to find. But if you see the angle, I like these ones because they got more angle. They can ride and they stack nice. You get a bunch of them. I don't have any other ones laying around. But you have a bunch of them, then you have the keeper one at the end that has a small hole. They stack nice on your main line when you're pulling 3 and 4 logs. I typically run 4. Unless I'm in big stuff, then I'll knock it down to, just 2 or 3. Some of those trees, one tree's a skid, but just figured I'd put that on there. It's pretty wild. I've never done that before. I've been doing it for a while, not as long as most, but never had one of them break like that. Crazy stuff. All right, over and out.